Happy Tuesday from the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. It's another beautiful day in paradise. I just came in from my morning walk along the beach and it was in the mid-80s with a great breeze coming off the ocean. Got some really nice sunrise pictures as I was walking. This is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower Keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every day, you'll know about every new listing from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors know about them. That's very valuable information for a buyer to have. I find most buyers wait for a home to come onto realtor.com or Trulia or Zillow or one of those websites before they inquire about it. And a problem they often face is by the time Zillow and Trulia and realtor.com puts a home online, a lot of times it's been on the multiple listing service a couple days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video every morning and you see something you like, you can call me right away and I'll make an appointment for us to go see the home, or if you're not here locally, I'll go look at it on your behalf. I'll do a FaceTime walkthrough video with you, or a video and email it to you. I've emailed a bunch of pictures to people. I've even FedExed people a thumb drive with 100 pictures on it. I can get real creative with previewing homes on behalf of a buyer. Then if you like what you see, we can write up an offer and have you under contract on the home before most buyers ever even knew it was available for sale. You can also get a much more detailed description of these videos, including photographs, if you follow my blog, keywestinvesting.com. There's a lot more information on the homes there, a lot more details, any unique feature the home might have, room descriptions, room uses, room dimensions, photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. If the home happens to be waterfront or happens to have a pool, there'll be photos of the pool view, photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage. Just a lot more information that I can cram into a couple-minute quick YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com, and I've put it in the description of this video below. If you like this video, please let me know. Click that thumbs up like symbol down below. If you want to see more videos of this nature and stay current with the Florida Keys real estate market so you'll know what's being listed at what prices, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a video just like this every morning. Today we have 6 new homes that have come on the market in Key West and the lower Keys to talk about. Before I tell you about the new homes, the state of Florida's legal department makes me cover the boring stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. From time to time, I'll put in my opinion, or if I have any experience with the house, if I've been in it, or any local knowledge of the neighborhood, I'll add that in. But when I do, I'll make it known that that's my opinion and not the MLS details. The first property we have is a condo on Emma Street in Key West's Bahama Village neighborhood in Old Town. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,468 square foot condo. It's in a fairly small condo complex. There's only about a dozen or so units in there. They have a very nice pool. It's only 3 blocks from Duval Street. It's in a great location, close to Duval, close to the Truman Waterfront Park, close to Mallory Square for our Sunset Festival. It's close to all the restaurants, the bars, the nightlife, the art galleries. Bahama Village, however, is an up-and-coming neighborhood. It'll be something, if you bought this property, you'll definitely be happy 10 or 15 years from now if you keep it that long. But if it's something you're looking to just own for a couple of years and hope to sell and turn a profit, this one might not be the one for you. Bahama Village is definitely up and coming, but it has a lot more up and a lot more coming to do. It's being offered at $1,615,000, which is a great price for a property that close to Duval Street. But those famous words in real estate, location, location, location. Next, speaking of location, we have an excellent location. We have a house on Whitehead Street. It's a complete renovation fixer-upper. It's a handyman contractor special. It needs to be gutted right down to the studs and built out, but you can't beat the location. It's on Whitehead Street, only a couple of blocks from the southernmost point. A couple of blocks the other way is Ernest Hemingway's house, the Key West Lighthouse. It's 1 block from Duval Street. It's on the quieter side of Duval Street, which is also where you have a lot of the nicer high-end restaurants, and the bars that are there are the quiet bars that'll close around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So you're not going to have that 4 a.m. Duval Street noise in your front yard. That being said, there's no parking, which is a huge feature in that neighborhood, especially on Whitehead Street. Whitehead Street is one of the major streets downtown with a lot of traffic. A lot of tourists search Whitehead Street for parking spaces. This particular house doesn't even offer any on-street parking in front of the house. I actually spoke to the owner of this house several times. I had a buyer that was possibly interested in buying it before it came on the market. Then you're fighting the tourists parking for the Hemingway house, and you're fighting the tourists parking for the southernmost point, and you're fighting the tourists parking for the Key West Lighthouse, and then just Duval Street in general. You're also about 4 or 5 blocks from the courthouse, so you're fighting all the lawyers going to court for parking. So parking is huge down there, and there is none, and that is a major concern for me. If you don't mind the parking, a lot of people, their only source of transportation in Key West is a bicycle, especially if you live downtown, or even a scooter, and you can bring a scooter inside the yard. The property is being offered at $799,999, which the vacant lot of land alone is worth that. The house just happens to be there, but the house is very rough. It needs a complete renovation. Then we go to Key West's Newtown neighborhood on Harris Ave. We have a very large house. It's just short of 4,000 square feet, which is huge by Key West standards. It's a 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3,924 square foot house. It's in one of the quieter sections of Newtown. Harris Ave is a very nice street. However, in my opinion, it's extremely overpriced. It's being offered at $2,495,000. To make mathematics easier, let's just call that $2.5 million, and Newtown just does not justify $2.5 million unless it's one of the canal homes. On Harris Ave, the money's just not there. Then we go up to Boca Chica to a gated mobile home community called Seaside Resort on Boca Chica Road. There's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 320 square foot mobile home. I know that sounds very small, but it's being offered at $279,999, which is extremely low for any property anywhere in the Florida Keys. You're not even a 10-minute drive into Key West, and inside the gated community, you have a full-service marina, you have a boat ramp, ship store, fuel dock. There's 2 pools. There's one very nice resort-style pool, and then one smaller, just your basic pool like someone would have at their home. I have several friends that live up there. I actually prefer the smaller pool because it's less crowded. Everyone wants to be at the fancy resort-style pool with the water view, but I live across the street from the water, so if I want to see the water view, I go out in my backyard. I like the smaller pool up there because it's quiet. They have tennis courts. They have great security. There's 24 hours a day someone riding around the compound or in a golf cart or walking. The gated security is extremely difficult to get through if you can't prove you have business being in there. The person you're going to visit has to call the gate and give them your name and give them the description of your car. Then you pull up to the gate. You have to give them your driver's license. They write down the license plate of your car. They photograph your car. Then they call the person you're going to visit, even though that person has just called them, to verify they still want you to come in. So if you want to feel really secure, you've got it right there. And $279,999. That's just a great price. It'd be a perfect weekend crash pad, getaway pad, or you wanted something small just to have a winter home. You don't need anything big. Bigger house is just more to air condition, more to heat, and more to clean. This is an excellent price. Then we go up to Cudjoe Key in a subdivision called Cudjoe Gardens on Sawyer Drive. There's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,402 square foot home. This one is right on the open bay. Great open water views. It has the southeast exposure, which you'll really appreciate in the summer. Our predominant breeze comes from the southeast in the summer. It'll keep you nice and cool. The house is 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's at 1,402 square feet, being offered at an extremely low price for Cudjoe Gardens. It's $1,599,000, which is an excellent price for Cudjoe Gardens. The downside of this house is one of the major features of Cudjoe Gardens is the excellent deep water boating. Most of Cudjoe Gardens, you have deeper canals, a deeper channel coming in. You could get a 50, 60-foot sport fisherman in there easily. You could get a sailboat in there. I know one person who has a 70-ish foot yacht that they turn around in Cudjoe Gardens. But this one particular side of Sawyer Drive is a very small section of Cudjoe Gardens that has shallow water boating. There is a dock in this home. It's a fairly small dock, and it's surrounded by mangroves, and mangroves are protected by law. So what you see is pretty well what you'll have for the rest of your stay at the house. So if you don't mind a smaller boat, this is an outstanding price for a house in Cudjoe Gardens. And most of us that live in the Keys, honestly, we prefer smaller boats because that's where you can get into the backcountry and into the shallow waters, and that's some of the more beautiful boating in all of the Keys. You know, offshore boating is offshore boating no matter where you go, but there's nothing that will mirror the Florida Keys backcountry. And if you have a 40-foot boat, you're not going to get that into the backcountry. So I don't mind the shallow water boating at all myself. And I said, this is an excellent price for an open water house with that southeast exposure and the breeze and the Cudjoe Gardens address. Then we go to Summerland Key on South Airport Drive. We have a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,686 square foot house. This one is definitely a fixer-upper handyman special. It needs some love. If you look at the pictures on my blog, keywestinvesting.com, you'll see that. There's nothing wrong with the house. It appears to be a very sound house. It's just dated and needs to be made pretty. But it's on the canal, and Summerland Key is similar to Cudjoe Gardens. They have excellent deep water boating. You could get a sport fisherman in there or a smaller sailboat. When I say smaller, I mean a 30, 40-foot sailboat. I don't mean just a little 15-foot day sailor. You have the nice boating of Summerland Key, and then another very unique feature to this home is you're directly across the street from the Summerland Key airstrip. If that's not the Florida Keys vacation dream, fly your own airport in, park it under your house, and then get in your boat in your backyard and go out for a day on the water. Nothing's the Florida Keys dream. These airport houses come up quickly, and when they do, they sell very quickly. So if you're interested in this property, definitely call me sooner than later on this one. And that's all we have for today. If you want to take a look at any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to showing you homes in the fabulous Florida Keys. And more importantly, I look forward to making you my neighbor. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.